this is the hideous stretch lace top that I thrifted. It's from the 90s, and I'm pretty sure I actually owned a top like this. I know, disgusting. And this is obviously the black dress. I picked a really plain black dress because I knew it would be easy to work with and wouldn't be too tricky. And obviously I tried it on at the salvos and made sure that it roughly fitted me. So once you've had a look, you want to chuck them on. This is just to give yourself an idea of what you want to do with the dress, because at this stage I didn't really know what I was going to do or how I was going to alter it, but you just want to chuck it on to see where you're going to need to take it in and to get some ideas for what you want to do, because you don't have to do exactly what I did, you can make it up as you go along. So I started with the black dress because I knew that that one was going to need the most work, as stretch is very forgiving, so the top wasn't going to be that much of an issue. But I knew I was going to have to take in this dress quite a bit. It fitted me around the bust a bit, but I knew that the waist and the hips were just ridiculously big. So what I've done, which I should have probably done off me, but I did it on me, is I cut out the lining. Now, if the dress you buy, the lining's mounted to it, that's fine. You can just pin through, when you're taking it in at the seams, you can just pin through your lining and your mounting and whatnot. But because of the way that this dress was made, it's just easier for me if I cut it all off. So, yep, going to your seams, starting at the bust first. I like to start at the top of the bust just because it's easier. Sorry, I'm looking to the mirror to my right or left in this shot. But you just want to evenly pinch out your fabric at either seam. Don't pinch all of the fabric out from one seam. You sort of get your fingers and pinch at both seams like I'm doing there. Figure out how much you want to take out and make sure you pin right through to the other side. But that's what it should roughly look like. Now, there's no rule as to where you should take in the dress from. I like to sort of take out the bust first and make sure that's looking pretty good, and then either decide if I'm going to take the rest of it out at the underbust, at the front, or the sides. So I had a little pinch and then decided I'd go for some of it at the sides. You don't want to take all of your fabric out at one point. You don't want to take it all out from under the bust, or all out from the sides, or all out from the back, because the dress shifts. You still want your side seams to sit at your side. You still want your centre back seam to sit at the centre back. So if you take little bits out of everywhere, it works out to be, look a lot nicer, I guess, a better fit at the end. Now, if you're new to fitting things to yourself, I would advise to get a family member to help you pin this out on you, either like a mother or a sister or a friend, or your brother if he is a good sewer, I suppose. But yeah, if you're not too sure where to pin out, definitely get your mum to help out, or a friend, because they'll have a better view, especially if you need to pin things or fit things out at the back. So I am just working down the body here. There's no rule as to where you should stop or start, but I know that I want the hips to be a little bit free because, I don't know, I don't like things to be overfitted around that area. So yeah, I'm just, yeah, as you can see, just, it's quite fitted, so yes, shows off a lot. Yeah, but so I finished it just down there, but you could fit it all the way out, or there's no rules as to where and when you should finish pinning. And now I'm just working out where I'm gonna do my neckline. So I'm just chucking in some pins while it's on me, and know that that's as low as I want to go. So I don't want to go any lower than that. So pin that. Yeah, so that's all you really need to do. I knew that I wanted to get rid of the straps, so I'm getting rid of those now. But that's all you need to do to fit it out on yourself. And now you just want to take your tailor's chalk, or if you don't have tailor's chalk, a needle and thread, and put a little tack in or chalk up where those pins were for the neckline, so you know that that's as low as you want to go, not including seam allowance. So once you've chalked that up, you can hop right over to the sewing machine and just start taking it in where you've pinned it. Hopefully you've pinned in the right direction for ease of sewing. But yeah, just make sure everything is lying flat. Make sure you back stitch, otherwise it's just going to unravel, and make sure obviously you use a similar thread. And I put it on about a 3-stitch, which is the normal stitch, but that's about all I can really think of. This part's probably the easiest part, actually sewing and taking in the dress. we just want to make sure that all of our seams, our new seams that we're stitching in, are really smooth and nice and shapely. We don't want any hideous right angles where you've, you know, pushed your fabric right or left too quickly. Like, you just want to make sure that it's nice, smooth and rounded, sloping seams. Otherwise it can look a bit dodgy once you chuck it back on you. So just, obviously you can see that pins aren't perfect and you have to use your eye. And as you can see here, see how that's just a nice smooth bend. You don't want any jaggedy right angle, like, it just needs to be a nice fluid seam. So you guys aren't going to have this top, basically. No one's going to have the same top because it's thrifted. So there aren't, well, the only rule is that it needs to be stretch. For the purpose of this video and to make it easier on yourself, it should be stretch. If it's not stretch, it's gonna be really hard to work with. So I knew I didn't want my extra sleeves. At this point I thought I was going to make it sleeveless, but I just got rid of those sleeves and thought I could just cut them off later. I knew that I wanted to make it a bit backless and that it would probably go down to the waist, so I'm going to cut off all that excess fabric. And then the front is this kind of weird, hideous 90s fashion where it's like this double layered front. And again, I knew that I didn't want that extra bulk at the front, so I'm going to cut that off. But like I said, you guys aren't going to have the same top as I have. If you need to take it in or fit it to yourself, you should do that now. But yeah, like, there are no rules, just alter the top however you wish, and do it now because for the next step it'll need to be finished. Also, I forgot to say at the beginning that make sure you put it on inside out, or put it on your mannequin inside out, because anything you do to it now, you want to do to the inside, not the outside. So that's, yes, it's a very important step. Also, that this fabric, obviously synthetic stretch, it doesn't fray, so, well, drastically. So I don't need to overlock or finish the edges that I'm cutting off now. And you won't either for stretch. Yes. So thank you so much for watching, and the second part and possibly the third part, because this video is going to be quite long, I think it's going to be a 3-part video, will be up as soon as possible. So just keep your eye out for that, because I hate having to wait for the part 2s and part 3s of videos, so keep your eye out for those.